Well, hello everyone. It is Shooter Scott Henderson. We're going to go over primary waves, global trend ETFs, the June report. Of course, at the end of our presentation, please do review our disclosures. Now, going into this weekend, I'm viewing the market as neutral. Reason being is we've had such a lengthy uptrend. We're going to get some kind of flattening or back test at some point here. So I really don't want to chase too many longs, especially going into month end. Now, we had the 31st record close in U.S. indices, and we stumbled just a tad bit into quad witching, but we still relatively put in a decent close for the week. NASDAQ basically was flat the majority of the week, where the Dow sort of was seeing some of the volume. So we saw rotation in and out of between small caps, the Dow, as well as the S&P. And value did really well. The Russell's 1000 index, to be specific. And small caps rallied about 0.5% for the week, which is good, because that's something that was lagging just a little bit in the prior weeks. So, and we also have some seasonality. Typically, the end of June, July, we typically go into a drawdown period. I don't have much as far as earnings this next week, but Micron is Wednesday after the close. That's something that we might change this week. And FedEx on Tuesday are the two that I have most interest in this week. All right, now looking at the Elliott Wave setups. First, we're going to look at the Vanguard Pacific FTSE VPL. Now, we're in a bullish wave C here, in an ABC pattern, which ultimately is a primary wave 3 around 88.11. So we're sort of on the high side of this range that we've been in, and potentially as long as we stay above about 70.50, I think is the number, I think we should be fine to the upside. But I would look at adding any, position back towards around 63 if we roll. I'd rather it get back to this trend line. I don't actually have it here on this chart, but that would take us to right at about $70. So that would be where I'd get really interested in the count on VPL. All right. Now, XLRE is not on the punch card stocks, but it's on the VSL. And, I wanted to focus a little bit on real estate because I do think there is a strong likelihood that the Fed does something in July. Just the noise is coming from all different directions at this point, but who knows? That's just my mindset. And really, the chart has got a good position for us to try and get long. Realize we should get a decent pop. I would say a 5 to 9% pop off of an interest rate cut, or potentially, 3 to 5% if they stop the runoff as far as the bonds are concerned. So right now we're in our primary wave 2, or we've put that in at 35.57, heading towards our primary wave 3 around 49.74. Now we got a lot of room to get out here. I mean, we really need to get above about 42 for us to get a breakout and get any kind of euphoria. I think that requires that catalyst. I think it has to do with interest. But I like to look where we are. And, we've gone through all that rigmarole with rates going higher, and now we sort of found a bottom. Same thing with INDS, which is an industrial real estate trust. Again, have you caught my theme yet? Again, a primary wave 2 was in at 35.21. It's ironic how similar those charts look. Then our primary wave 3 is up around 52.75. Now, again, we need to really get a breakout, and I think we do need that catalyst from the Fed. Now, DGS, the Wisdom Trees Emerging Markets ETF. I mean, nice look. The problem is we're in this flat for me, so I don't know that I necessarily would want to add here. I think I would rather get a back test around the 50% fib than take it. Because ultimately, notice how it likes to roll. It has this nice push and it rolls over for a little bit. And sometimes it rolls over a lot, but we got this nice push, roll over, sort of nice push. So maybe get 1 or 2 more candles, then we get a rollover back to that 50% fib is my thought. But we did put in our primary wave 2 back at 38.78, and our primary wave 3 target is at 63.72. Okay, ILF, which is Latin America. I don't know if you've gotten the theme yet. Okay, real estate. Actually, this is one of the nicest looking charts here. I mean, provided that we hold at our lows, around 23.75, really I'd give it to about 22.50. If it breaks below then I'd be out. I wouldn't take it. But I think Latin America has a good shot to get back to the upside. Got hit here a little bit. Our primary wave 2 came in at 21.75, and our primary wave 3 is up around 32.44. Okay, now Australia, again, back to my theme. We've been hugging this trend support, dip below it. Now drive 1, drive 2, drive 3. So what was that, an overshoot? I would have rather us gotten further out from that. So my thought is, we get any back test to the speed line, it's worth giving it a shot as long as it holds. And you pretty much can watch our RSI here. We're getting a little overbought, not a confirmed high. Our last confirmed high was way back over here, and we haven't put in a higher high. So it's still got quite a little room to the upside. We put in our last primary wave setup at 1919, and our target for wave 3 is up around $34. So it's got some decent upside if we can get above this 78.6 here, which is 26.77. But Australia, they have a little bit of a challenge in Australia with, I guess they're not letting China invest in the mining sector. And, I don't know that China's going to pull back because they need the commodities, but any kind of news like that where I hear something from China that way, quite often they back off and buy from someone else. So that's the only thing with Australia is they're too connected to China as far as their buyers. So ultimately just keep that in mind as you're entering in there. And now this is one of Kirk's favorite Asia 50 ETF, the A1A. Now we put on our last primary wave setup at 52.02. Our target primary wave 3 is up there around 68.50, which is almost there. So we're probably going to build out this little flat here. So I don't know that I'd enter now. I think I'd wait till we get down to $64 and push, and then the back test, or see how euphoric or not, because we've confirmed here. And so this next high, hopefully will be divergent, and then we'll get a little bit of back test, and then we should have the opportunity to enter there. And that's what we have for this week, folks. Great trading. Until next time.